Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's live stream. Happy Earth Day. Yeah, so today is Earth Day, so we will be having a fun art project that we're going to do later. And I'm really excited for today. So let's go ahead and get started. Are you guys ready? Yay! Yay! Let's get started with our songs. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Our day is beginning, there's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Let's see who's on this morning. Good morning, Ariel. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Camila. Happy Earth Day. Good morning, Soraya. And good morning, Artis and Ari. Thank you for tuning in. If anybody else is on, make a comment on the live stream, on the live chat, so we can have a bunch of shout outs today. Ready? Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Our day is beginning, there's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Good morning. All right. Let's do some more music for today. Number Up from Greg and Steve. All right.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go! Singing the number up. I said, let's go! Singing the number up.
Good morning, Bradley family. Good morning, Shamar.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go! Singing the number up. I said, let's go! We're singing the number up.
Oh, sorry. I guess I forgot to count for a sec. All right, let's do our ABC Rock, also by Greg and Steve. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm being a silly rabbit today.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, double
saying happy Earth Day. Oh, but it is the Earth. It is the birthday of the Earth.
A-B-C-D-E-F-G H-I-J K-L-M-N-O-P Q-R-S T-U-V W X-Y-Z. Come on. Oh boy, we're singing our alphabet. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I said, oh boy, we're singing our alphabet. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
All right, so now I understand. Oh, Africa, good morning. Happy Earth Day to you. So what I was saying is that they gave a shout out for Camila saying happy birthday, but maybe we mean happy birthday to the Earth because it's Earth Day? No? Okay. Oh, so Queen Marie is Gerald. Good morning, Gerald. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. So now I know the mystery of who Queen Marie is. That's Gerald. All right. So let's continue. All right. How many days are in a week? 7.
There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Barney's birthday.
Barney's birthday. I think it's the Earth's birthday. Good morning, Rudolph. Thanks for tuning in. Again, happy Earth Day to everyone. Okay, I'm done. I like to see how it sounds every now and then. All right. There are 7 days in a week, so that means there are 12 months in a year.
January, February, March and April, May and June and July, August, September, October, November, December.
Sonic, page.
January, February, March and April, May and June and July, August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Oh, these are the months of the year. Fill them with joy and with cheer, the months of the year.
All right. So who's ready for today? I know I am. Ready? Let's talk about what today is. Yesterday was Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Thursday. Ha, ha, ha. What is today? Today is Wednesday. What is today? Today is Wednesday. What is today? Today is Wednesday. Wednesday all day long. Make a whirlpool if you're ready for Wednesday. Make a whirlpool if you're ready for Wednesday. make a whirlpool if you're ready for Wednesday. Wednesday all day long. By the way, whirlpool is a compound word. It's two words put together to make one word. Whirl and pool make whirlpool. Ready? Eat a gummy worm if you're ready for Wednesday. Eat a gummy worm if you're ready for Wednesday. Eat a gummy worm if you're ready for Wednesday. Wednesday all day long. Blow like the wind if you're ready for Wednesday. Blow like the wind if you're ready for Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Blow like the wind if you're ready for Wednesday. Wednesday all day long. Woo! So, wind, whirlpool, worm, and Wednesday all start with letter W. W says what? W says what? Every letter has a sound, and W says what? So if today is Wednesday, what month are we in? April. What letter does April start with? A. Good morning, Antoine. Happy Earth Day. What sound does April have at the beginning with letter A? Is it short A or long A? Good job, Camila. A. Is it short or long A? April. If you said long A, you are correct. Long A says A. Long A says A. Every letter has a sound, and long A says A. Great job, Camila. Long A. Like acorn, apron, angel, and airplane. They have the long A sound at the beginning. All right, so for today, our letter for the week, we're going to read a poem that starts with our letter for the week. What is our letter this week? I'll give you a hint. The king of the jungle growls really loud, and he has a big mane, and he starts with our letter for the week. A lion. And what letter does lion start with? L. So our letter for this week is L. What sound does L make? L says L says L. Every letter has a sound, and L says All right, so let's read our poem for letter L. Are we ready? All right, letter L. Are we ready? Mrs. Brown, thank you for tuning in. It does start with letter L. I don't know who Mrs. Brown is, but thank you. All right, ready? Leo the lion was laying down on a hammock. He was licking a lollipop. His friend Lizzie the lizard came over to show her new lipstick. She applied some on her lips. I'll read it one more time, okay? Leo the lion was laying down on a hammock. A hammock is like, oh, Soraya. Oh, good morning, Soraya. Okay, so a hammock. It's like this, I guess you could say it looks like a blanket or something, but it's really long and it hangs between two trees and it moves. So you can lay down and it moves. Good morning, Liam. All right, so He was licking a lollipop. His friend Lizzie the lizard came over to show her new lipstick. She applied some on her lips. Which words start with letter L? I'm going to put it here and I'm going to play some music. So let's see if you can point and find all the words that start with letter L. Now, if you want to type all the words that you find here that start with letter L that you remembered, then you can type them in the live chat. But I'm going to play some music. So you got 30 seconds. Ready? Let's see how many words we can find that start with letter L in our poem. And go. Come on. Technical difficulties. All right, let's see if you got them all correct. Ready? Oh, Camila says 9 words. Let's see if there are 9 words that start with letter L. Ready? First sentence. Leo the lion was laying down on a hammock. Leo the lion was laying down on a hammock. Which words start with L in that sentence? Leo. Leo was what? He was a lion. And what was he doing? Laying. He was laying down on the hammock. Good job, Soraya. Leo. All right. Now, let's read the next sentence. Are we ready? He was licking a lollipop. He was licking a lollipop. Which words start with letter L? Licking. What was he licking? He was licking a lollipop. So Leo was licking a lollipop. Good job, Soraya, licking. His friend Lizzie the lizard came over to show her new lipstick. His friend Lizzie the lizard came over to show her new lipstick. Which words start with letter L? What was his friend's name? Her name was, oh my goodness, I forgot to do it. Good job, Camila. Lizzie. His friend's name was Lizzie. Now notice Miss Fonseca made an error. She made a mistake. Look at the L that I use. I use lowercase L. When you refer to a name, what type of letter should be at the beginning of a person's name? A capital letter. So that was my mistake. Wah, wah. Do better, Miss Fonseca. All right, so Lizzie. What type of animal was Lizzie? She was a lizard. So Lizzie the lizard came over to show what? What did she show her friend Leo? She showed him her new lipstick. All right? She applied some on her lips. She applied some on her lips. Which word starts with L in that last sentence? Good job, Leo. Good job, Rudolph. She applied some on her lips. Which one of those words start with L? What did she apply on her lips? Her lipstick. Oh, and I just said the word. So the word that we're looking for in that last sentence is Lips. Lips. She put it on her lips. Yes, L. I hope you were trying to say lips, Liam. Okay. All right. So let's look at all the words that start with L that we found. And then we're going to count them to see if Camila was right, to see if there were 9 words that start with L. Ready? Leo, lion, laying, licking, lollipop, Lizzie, lizard, lipstick, and lips. All those words start with what letter? L. And what sound does L make? L. L says L. L says L. Every letter has a sound, and L says L. So let's count to see if Camila was right. Did we find 9 words that start with L? Let's count. Count with me. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great job, Camila. All of those who put their answers that start with letter L and who also guessed the number right. Camila, you guys ready? Rudolph, Soraya, Camila, Liam, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Ching! Great job. All right, so our letter for this week is L. Okay. Now, speaking of L, we were reading our story about the Lorax. And who wrote the story, The Lorax? Dr. Seuss. So, what happened when the Onceler finally told the story of Dr. Seuss? Does anybody remember? Do you need Miss Fonseca to remind you? Okay, here I go. All right, so the Onceler told the story a long, long time ago about the Lorax. So, a long, long time ago, the Onceler was traveling in his little cart with his little horse or whatever type of animal that was. Because you know Dr. Seuss, he creates all kinds of crazy, whimsical characters. So, he was riding along and he saw this beautiful place full of these beautiful, bright colored trees called truffula trees. And the truffula trees, they were so tall, and on the top, they were so soft, and they smelled so good. They smelled sweet like butter. So they had that sweet, delicious smell, and they felt so soft like a cloud or a pillow. And so he thought those were so amazing. But it wasn't just the trees. It was the animals, like the barbaloots, which were like the bears. And the bears run around and they have fun. You could tell that they were happy. And the birds that were in the story, they would fly happy and singing, and they were colorful. And even the fish in the water, in the ponds, they were happy and always singing and humming. So this was a very bright, colorful, beautiful, happy place full of happy animals. And when the Onceler came, the Onceler decided that he wanted to chop down one of the truffula trees. Now, the truffula trees were good for what? The barbaloots. Because what did the truffula trees have that the barbaloots liked? The little fruits on them, the truffula fruits. And they would eat them. And that's how they would get fed. That's how they would eat, by eating the truffula fruits off the truffula trees. So that was their food that was provided for them. So the Onceler chopped down one of the truffula trees and took the truffula pieces on top. And what did he make? He made a thneed. And a thneed is like a sweater. A thneed is like a sweater or anything. And so all of a sudden, someone comes popping out of the tree that was chopped down. And it was the Lorax. Now, the Lorax was a really, really tiny man that was yellow with orange with a really long yellow mustache, and he was really old. And he wasn't very happy because he was like, why would you chop down that tree? That those trees are good for the animals here. We don't need you doing stuff like that. And he showed him the Thneed that he made. And he said, you silly man, nobody's going to buy that thing. But the Onceler proved him wrong because somebody came into the town and bought one. And bought the Thneed that the Onceler had made. And so the Onceler laughed at his face and saying, haha, you Lorax. You thought I wasn't going to sell it, but I am. So then the Onceler decides to build his shop and call his family, everybody over, and say, hey, I found these truffula trees that we can make money off of by making Thneeds from them. And so let's see what continues to happen in our story, The Lorax. So remember, when I'm reading the story, you're listening, you're quiet, and your eyes are on me in the book, okay? Ready? All right, this is after he called his family. The Onceler called his family. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting Thneeds, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffula trees. So now the Onceler's family came over, and what are they all doing? They're chopping down all the trees. Now, do you think that's good? No, because who depends on those trees? The animals do. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. So now the Onceler is making more and more money. Now, chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which I whacked off 4 truffula trees at one smacker. So he would get his super axe hacker, and it would go shoom, and it would chop down 4 trees at the same time. And that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. Where do you think the Lorax is? Do you think he's hiding? Or do you think he feels upset that he doesn't want to come out? We'll see. But the next week, he knocked on my office door. He snapped, I am the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. Good morning, Emmanuel. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots. Remember, those are the bears. And happily lived eating the truffula fruits. So all those trees that the Onceler and his family are chopping down are making who hungry? The barbaloots. Because remember, the truffula trees have fruits on them. And if they're chopping them all down and killing all the trees, guess who doesn't have food to eat? The barbaloots, the little bears. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go round. And my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. Now look, now all the little barbaloots, they're hungry because the Onceler is being greedy. That means he's only thinking about himself and chopping down all the trees that the barbaloots need their food. Living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I, the Onceler, I felt a little sad. But I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, So, the Onceler felt bad that all the Barbaloots were hungry and they had to go away, but he didn't feel that bad because the Onceler was making money by chopping down the trees and selling thneeds. So do you think he's a really nice guy? I don't think so. I meant no harm. I most truly did not. But I had to grow bigger. So bigger I got. I biggered my factory. I biggered my roads. I biggered my wagons. I biggered the loads. Of the thneeds I shipped out, I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more thneeds, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. So look what he's doing. He made his factory where he makes the thneeds at bigger, and now he's got trucks that he's made so they can go out and sell the thneeds that they made in their factory. And notice all the trees. There really isn't any more. Look, there's only very few trees left. So do you think he's going to continue to chop down all the trees? But also, look at the sky. The sky, is it still bright? No, it's very dark. And what do you think it's dark from? Look at the factory. What is coming out of the pipes in the factory? The smoke. So the smoke is ruining the sky. It's making it very dirty, very dark. And the trees are not getting the oxygen that they need in order to survive because they're being chopped down. When they're being chopped down, they're getting killed. So there's not much trees to grow. Then again, he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. Oh boy, let's see what else the Glorax has to say. I am the Lorax. He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snargled and he sniffed. Onceler, he cried with a scruffulous croak. Onceler, you're making such spoculous smoke. My poor swabby swabs, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. So now all that smoke from the factories, I told you, is rolling in the sky. And who sings in the sky? The birds. And if the birds have smoke in their lungs, then they can't sing anymore, or they can't fly. And so, said the Lorax, please, pardon my cough. They can't live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smugged up around here. So just like the Barbaloots, the bears, that they had to leave because they didn't have trees to eat truffula fruits from and they had to leave, now the birds have to leave because the skies are too polluted with smoke that they can't even sing or breathe there. So they have to go somewhere else that has better air. All right. Let's see. Tomorrow we're going to continue with some more of the Lorax, okay? So, is the Onceler and his family making a good decision by chopping down these beautiful truffula trees? No, he's not. Because who lives there? The Lorax and all the animals live there. And so, if the Onceler is coming in and chopping down their trees, it's like he's taking over their home where they live. Just like where you live in your home. If somebody comes in and they start taking your things and playing with your stuff, that means they're taking over your home. So the Onceler is coming in and taking over the home of the animals because the bears, the barbaloots, they need those truffula fruits that grow on the trees. But now that there aren't much trees anymore, they're getting crummies in their tummies, stomach aches, because they have nothing to eat. So they have to go somewhere else to find food. And the birds that are flying in the sky, it's full of smoke now from the factory. The factory was this little, and now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger because why? The Onceler is making more money chopping down those trees and selling needs. And so he needs a bigger factory to make a lot of needs at the same time to ship them out so people can buy them. So all that smoke is dirtying up the sky. And the birds can't breathe. So now the birds have to go somewhere else where they have fresh air in the sky in order for them to breathe. So who is this really helping? Is it helping anybody in the story? Is it helping the Onceler? Or is he being very greedy, only thinking about himself? Selfish. When you're selfish or you're greedy, you're thinking about what you want and how it helps you, but you're not thinking about how it helps others. Is it helping the animals? I see that it's really not helping the animals because the animals are leaving. They can't live there anymore. It's getting too dirty. They don't have food, so they have to go somewhere else to find the things that they need. And it's not fair to the animals because that was their home. That's where they live. But now they have to find a new home that is safe and clean and fresh for them to live and to breathe and to eat food from. So tomorrow we will continue our story. So since today is Earth Day, in honor of Earth Day, I wanted to do an awesome project. So if you gathered your materials or you want to gather your materials later after this and you want to rewatch the live stream, it is totally up to you. So our Earth Day project, which I said the materials that we're going to use, first of all, are a shirt, white shirt. So I got my white t-shirt. I have a board. Now, I got this from Michael's a long time ago, so I don't know how much they are now, but I got this board because I used to use newspaper, but then when I would put the newspaper between my shirts and the paint would dry up, it would stick to it, and it would look really messy, and you could see the newspaper. So that's why I bought this cardboard, because it's a lot easier to use, and it doesn't mess up the shirts that you're painting. My paintbrushes, I have this paintbrush, which is like a pointier tip. And then I also have a sponge brush that I like to use because when we do bigger parts for the project, we need this. Or you can, or if you have a bigger paintbrush, doesn't matter. But it'll make it a lot quicker, so you'll see what I'm talking about as soon as we start. I have a plate because I'm going to be putting this on it, paint. Now, these are washable paints. I got them from Michael's yesterday. They were, what were they? Good morning, Juden. They were only $1.99, but like I was telling you all, I had a 20% off coupon. I think they still have them till on Saturday. So I actually got them both for like $1.69. And then on top of that, which I didn't suggest for you all, but I've used acrylic paint before. Now, the reason why I didn't suggest acrylic paint, because acrylic paint is not like washable paint. Washable paint will come off of your hands or your skin or whatever. But acrylic paint dries up really quickly. So unless you're gonna wash it off very quickly, I wouldn't suggest this, especially for kids. So this is good like if you're doing like canvas paintings, like when you go to painting with a twist and they give you that big canvas that you paint on. Acrylic paint is the best paint for it, or oil paint. But when you're doing projects like what we're getting ready to do, it's best to use this. Okay, so I got my brown paint, I got my green paint, and I've got my black paint. So I'm gonna pour my paint onto my plate first. Now the reason why I'm doing this first, because sometimes when you pour out paint, it likes to like make like this kind of noise or like splashes all over. So that the fact that we're using a white shirt, that can be, it's already messy. So it's already an issue. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm trying to take this off. Sorry guys, I have to do this just a little bit. Okay. Don't worry, I'm all good. I didn't get paint on my teeth. All right, so. Okay, so I'm going to, let's do it the safer way, do the little nozzle. All right, so I got my green paint there. I'm gonna put some of my brown paint on. A little bit more, because I think we're gonna be using more brown than we are. Okay, this one I'm not gonna pour out just yet, because like I said, acrylic paint dries up really quickly. So I know, again, I'm writing this because Miss Fonseca's nails don't want to work today. So now do you see why I like having guests on Fun Fridays? They make my life so much easier, especially with stuff like this when I have to open up stuff. Okay, so, all right. All right, so now I got it open, but let me make sure there's no covering on it. Oh, no. We are good. We are here. Perfect. All right, cool. So I'm going to put this to the side, but I'm going to be very careful so I don't mess up my furniture. Okay. Now I'm going to get my shirt, my white shirt, and I'm going to stick the board inside of my shirt. Make sure you get it in all the way so that way you don't get paint on the other side while you're painting. Oh, wow. This is a lot. Okay. So I'm not going to stick it in all the way because I just realized the part of the shirt that I'm going to be painting on is not going to be. Okay. So I have my shirt laying down. All right. So this is what you're going to do. First thing you're going to do after you do that, you're going to get the green paint, not green, excuse me. You're going to get your paintbrush. Okay, I'm going to use my sponge, and now you're going to do the brown paint. So you're going to get your brown paint, and you're going to get the hand that you want to use. I'm going to use my left hand, so I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint my hand, but I'm also going to paint part of my arm, okay? So you're going to make sure you cover every part of it. I like to stretch out my fingers while I'm painting them so I can really make sure I get a good amount of paint on there. Spread it out. Make sure you get enough paint on your hand, because if you don't, when you put it on the shirt, it's not going to transfer right. So it's going to, then you're going to have to keep adding paint on. So make sure you get some good amount of paint on. Nice and hard. Okay. I figured this would be a fun project because a lot of you are like,
Ew, that's so sticky. It's cold.
and I know you guys like doing that in class, so I thought this would be a fun project. Fun, sticky, wet, but safe. Make sure you're not making a huge mess at home project. So, all right, so I got my paint. I'm going to put it on the shirt. So I'm going to have to kind of hold my hand down. All right. I'm going to have to try to push. See, maybe if I count for like 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, so now I'm going to lift. So as you can see, like I said, it didn't come off too much. So this is my shirt. So if you're wondering what I'm making, it's supposed to look like the trunk of the tree and the branches. So before I fix it, let me go wash my hands real quick. All right, I'm back. So you can see my hand and my wrist are all nice and clean. So I'm going to, since a lot of it didn't transfer onto the shirt, I'm going to get my paintbrush and I'm going to fill in those spots. And then when I'm done, I will show you what it looks like after. So I'm going to fill it in. You know what? Let's use the sponge. You know, I'm going to use the sponge for the, trunk part. And then I'll use my paintbrush for the other part. Okay. All right, and I'm going to transfer it over to my paintbrush so I can get the smaller parts of it. Make sure you like kind of stretch it out as you're going over stuff, so that way you don't have like these like white spots in it, that it's all together. Okay. All right. I feel like we should have some music playing, huh? While we're painting. Be different. Be nice. Just smile. I promise it'll change your life. Be nice. Just smile. I promise it'll change your life. Ha, ha. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. The love you give is the love you get. So be nice and change your life. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Ooh, be nice. Liam, I don't know what you're trying to say, sweetie. So if you're using your microphone, um, try to speak clearly into your microphone, Liam, so you know the words can come out that you're trying to say on the live chat. Because I know you're using your microphone. I am almost done. I promise everybody I'm almost done. I just thought my hand was gonna come out a lot better on it. It usually does, but you know, I guess trial and error. Some days it will, some days it won't. And I'm done. Perfect. Okay, cool. So this is what it should look like. All right, so this is what it should look like. Your hand. So these are going to be the branches, and this is going to be the trunk. Now, the other fun part of this is the leaves. So your leaves, you're just going to get your finger. You can be your finger or your thumb. I'm going to use my thumb. So now you're going to use the green paint. So you're going to use the green paint. You're going to put your finger in it. You know what? Okay. You know what? I'm going to use my other fingers. All right. So you're going to get your thumb. And on top of your branches, you're going to make little leaves. So you're just going to pat your finger down and make some leaves, like if it was a tree. Okay. You can put as many leaves as you want. You want a tree with a little bit of leaves. But I like to make my tree full. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I like to sing sometimes when I'm working. What's with these emojis? What does that say? Stop? I don't know what it says. Stop what? All right. Patting down some leaves on the tree. I'm making some leaves on the tree. I'm making some leaves on the tree. Told you guys I like to just sing when I'm working. So I apologize in advance if you're not used to hearing me sing. Then again, I sing every day when we do the thing. I don't like really sing. So yeah. Y'all not ready for Miss Fonseca singing. All right. So I'm almost done with my leaves. Like I said, I'm trying to make my tree look full. So that's what's going on. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So now that my tree, I finished putting on my leaves so you can see my tree, what it looks like. All right. So this is what my tree looks like as soon as I add my leaves. Okay, so like I said, the last part you can do for this project, I'm trying to put my shirt on here before I get any extra spots. Okay, so now the last part you can do, I'm gonna wash my finger real quick, is your black paint. So give me a sec. Let me wash my finger and my smaller paintbrush. All right, so for the last part, I'm going to, oh man, I got a little bit of green. That's all right, it'll dry up quicker. Okay, so for the last part, I'm going to get my plate and I'm gonna put some black. Now remember, you can, if you have the black washable, that's a lot better. Or I used acrylic because I'm just using this for the writing part. I'm not actually putting it on my skin. So now on the bottom, after you do your tree with your black paint and your paintbrush, boys and girls, you can do this yourself or you can have your parents help you. But we're gonna write Earth Day, okay? So I'm gonna write Earth Day, E. Okay, make it a lot thicker. All right, A. This is how you spell Earth, E-A. R. Sorry, I forgot to say R. I started working on it and I forgot to tell you. R. And then after R comes T. After T is H. Sorry, sometimes I focus so much when I'm painting because for me, I love to paint, to help me relax. It's very relaxing. Fun fact, Miss Fonseca, when I was in school, about your age, little girl, I actually wanted to be an artist. And that's why I love drawing and doing stuff. So Earth, and now we're going to write the word day. D, 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 D. But yeah, I wanted to be an artist, someone who drew pictures and did things because that is what I loved and enjoyed doing as a kid. Art class was actually my favorite class. I wasn't that great at math and all these things. How funny. Funniest things is like sometimes the kids that think that they don't, which is why I always encourage you guys and to not worry about what others tell you. Because sometimes the kids that feel like that they don't do enough or that they're not good enough end up being like teachers and like difference makers. Because I was not that great at math growing up. It wasn't until I got to high school, like It finally clicked. And I actually had a teacher who was really, really cool, a math teacher. And he told my mom, he was like, hey, he said, she may not get it now, but trust me, one day she's going to get it. Sure enough, I did. But it was high school that I finally got it. But hey, it's better late than never. So, yeah. But, yeah, but I loved art. Art was like my favorite class. If that was one class I was really good at, it was art. I was like that class I always got an A in. But, and we're done. Oh, I'm sorry. D after D is A and then Y. So when you finish, this is what your shirt is going to come out to. Earth Day. You got your tree and then your words on the bottom. So that is our Earth Day art project for today. So if you were trying it with me now, awesome. If you want to work on this later after the live stream, you are more than welcome to do that. So also, parents, send me pictures. If your child made their t-shirt too, send me pictures. Or if they're wearing it later after it all dries up, because I'm going to let mine dry up and then I'm going to put it on later. You know, so that is our Earth Day project. We made a tree using our wrist, our arm and our hands as the trunk and the branches of the tree, and then using your fingers to make the leaves, the green leaves, and then writing Earth Day. So that is our Earth Day project for today. So yay. Again, if you created one, please send me pictures. I would love to see how your Earth Day creations shirts came out, okay? So because of the timing that we had with this project and things today, we're not going to do what is it bag. And we're going to skip out on the alphabet book today too, because we did do our letter of the week, which was the letter L. So yay! But tomorrow we're getting right back to it. So today we are just going to right now do our sight words. We're going to talk about the sight words that we have for today and our sentence of affirmation, and then we'll do our number for the day, okay? All right, so let's take a look at our sight words that we have for this week. Our new sight words. Ready? Repeat after me. See, the, 3, 2, and 2. Again, see, the, 3, 2, and 2. Now let's spell them. Are we ready? First word, S-E-E. What does that spell? See. When you see, you use your eyes. You're looking, you're seeing. Next one, T-H-E. Now these TH together in this one is not the th sound. It's going to make a V sound. So T-H-E spells the. Now, this TH will make the th sound. So T-H-R-E-E. What does that spell? 3. 2. T-O. 2. Now, which 2 is this? This is a direction. Like I went to the store. Point to the little girl. It's a direction. 2. And this one, ready? T-W-O. Now the W is silent, okay? So you're really gonna hear the O sound. So T-W-O, 2. Which 2 is this? The number 2. So let's read our sight words again. Ready? See, the, 3, 2. 2. Great job, boys and girls. All right, let's do our sentence of affirmation for today. Ready? I know you know how to read these first 2 words. What are they? I am. And then our word is important. So let's read our sentence together. Ready? Go. I am important. What does it mean to be important? Well, like Camila says, when you're important, you are special. When you're important, that means you are thought of. You mean a lot to someone. So when something's important, it means it's meant a lot. That means it's like a priority. When something's important, it's a priority. So if you are important, that means you are a priority for someone. And usually, who are you a priority for? Your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your friends, your family. You're important to them. So I am important. Good job, boys and girls. Let's do our number 4. Woo! Oh, man. Let's do our number for today. Are we ready? Well, good thing I didn't need that side of the board anymore. All right, ready? Okay, good. I had to make sure I didn't mess up the other one. The other one we need for today. Yes, I did. Perfect. Ready? Our number for today. Curve around and slide right, slide right, slide right. You curve around and slide right to make the number 2. Curve around and slide right, slide right, slide right. Oh, that one's small. You curve around and slide right to make the number 2. Oh my goodness. 2 and 2. How many 2s are we using today? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right. So, what is 2 and 2 put together? Remember, if we have a 2 in the front, when there's 2 numbers, it's going to be in the 20s. So, 2 and 2 together is what? 22. 22. 22. 2 and 2 together is 22. Let's count to 22 together. Are we ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Great job, boys and girls. Give yourselves a round of applause. Awesome. Nice. All right. Now, before we end the day, I want to sing a song. Since today is Earth Day, I want to sing a song. So, I actually used to love singing this song as a kid. Now, you know how we sing the 7 days of the week with Barney? This one actually is one of the Barney songs I used to love hearing as a kid, Let the Green Grass Grow. So, let me turn my speaker back on so everybody can hear. Ready? We're going to sing Barney, okay? I love this song.
There was a hole.
There was a hole
In the middle of the ground.
in the middle of the ground.
The prettiest hole that you ever did see. And the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. And in this hole, there was a tree. The prettiest tree that you ever did see. Well, the tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. And on this tree, there was a branch. The prettiest branch that you ever did see. Well, the branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. And on this branch, there was a nest. The prettiest nest that you ever did see. Well, the nest on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. And in this nest, there was an egg. The prettiest egg that you ever did see. Well, the egg in the nest, and the nest on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. And in this egg, there was a bird. The prettiest bird that you ever did see. Well, a bird in the egg, and the egg in the nest, and the nest on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. And the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. All right. Great job, boys and girls. If you were dancing with me, give yourselves a big pat on the back. Great job, me. All right, boys and girls, so that concludes our day for today. Thank you for joining us on this Earth Day. I hope you enjoyed our project. Again, parents, send me pictures. If they worked on a t-shirt too, send me pictures of them working on their projects. And also if they wear their shirts after it dries. Please, I would love to see them and the wonderful artwork that they made today for Art Day. Okay, so, did I say for Art Day? I meant to say for Earth Day. That didn't come out correctly. All right, so boys and girls, make sure after the live stream that you work on your name for today. Today is Wednesday, letter W. So make sure you write the number for today, 22, 2 and 2, and you write your name next to it. So always remember, when you write your first and last name, use a space, your finger as your space. On the back, you're going to finish writing your L's for the day, capital L's, pull down straight, slide right. Lowercase L's look like the number 1. So you're just going to make lines going down for the lowercase L's. And then you're going to draw a picture. So today I drew a ladder and I wrote the word. Always remember to label the word after you draw your pictures so you can practice your handwriting. And your parents are going to get a picture of your board for today with our number of the day, 22 at the top, and then you're going to select the picture that you want to draw for today, okay? Thank you, boys and girls, for tuning in with me today. I love you all. I miss you all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Bye. Mwah.